Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good afternoon. Such a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. And it's been a long time we didn't have tea. And especially, it is so rare that I can go outside. And it's beautiful with bright sunshine. And that is so good. So this is in front of me. Oh, sorry, the sun is getting the camera not functioning well, but how beautiful! I am sitting in my backyard, and I am sorry. I always do things in my backyard. I am kind of a shy person. I cannot do outfit of the day in the public space. It will be quite embarrassing, and other things. Okay, now the water is boiling, and we will first take a look at the tea. And this tea is green tea. Can you imagine it? And this is green tea. It's not black tea, not oolong tea. And the color is very dark. So I choose it for a particular reason. And usually when we see green tea, Japanese green tea, Zhejiang green tea, Longjing green tea, Dragonwell, and Biluochun, other green tea, it has a lot of green color, but this one is so dark. Why is it so? So I will tell the story before that goes. I took out my spoon box, and as I was about to open that spoon box, I remember I have received this. Can you see it? Haiying's teaspoon. This is a gift from a friend. And there was one day I opened up a mail, and such a kind and thoughtful teaspoon. So we will use this one, and the shape and everything is just so classy and so easy. It is a perfect shape for yogurt, for many other things. Maybe I will eat yogurt with it, and I like it. Okay, now let's talk about some ergonomic design. First, here is thin and here is wide, so it feels that you can control it. The feeling of holding it is very comfortable. Sometimes you see this very strange design. Here is a straight, a big, chunky part of steel that just does not have that flexibility and comfortness of it, and the shape immediately feels good from this part. And the spoon part also good because it's relatively flat and it's very much of your tongue shape. There are those kind of spoons and curved so much that your tongue just do not feel comfortable. And this is such a smooth, comfortable shape. And the size is just perfect for yogurt, for dessert. Wonderful shape. Today we will use it for our tea. Now I will get water and tea ready. Okay? Okay, are we videotaping? Uh-oh, I forgot. Okay, I forgot to get the screener, but I think we can do it without the screener. So get a little bit of this green tea and let's see the color of it. Should be good. Are you seeing what I am seeing? So yesterday, when I do when I did a live, we chat about anything and everything. One friend, oh look at it! It looks so beautiful, that green. Cuckoo. Okay, you need to see Cuckoo. Minu. Cuckoo. 露露脸哦，你不好意思，你不好意思吗？咕咕咕咕咕咕咕咕咕咕咕咕咕。Cuckoo. Okay, back to our tea, and yesterday as we did the video live, and one friend asked, "What is your favorite color?" And I am thinking of making a video live chat next time. I will ask you questions. And I answered, I do not have a favorite color. I am a teacher, art teacher. How can I have a favorism over color, right? Anything is beautiful. Anything can be beautiful. And it's very much about the color coordination, harmonious, and color matching, the shading development. So I like harmonious color. So today it's green, and the green tea with green green tea towel, and I also brought some other green color to match with. And then I was thinking maybe this green will be, I choose all the green things to go with it. Okay, now let's come to our tea story. So this tea is from Yunnan. And when talking about Yunnan, there is nothing better than real sunshine, don't you think so? Gugu, gugu, Minu, 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 Minu. Oh. Another day, I will tell you a story about Gugu. Let's come back to this tea, how beautiful this tea. And for Yunnan province, it's usually famous for pu'er tea. Pu'er tea, and it's actually pu'er is one of the place in Yunnan. For example, here, this is 中国普洱 宫廷普洱. It's like this kind of tea is famous, and it's a kind of old tea, a very, very developed, fermented, and sometimes in the evening when I eat some food, and I have a lot of grease in my body, and I want to get rid of the grease, but without too strong oolong tea or too strong green tea. It's just you feel too much contradictory. And I drink this tea. One little piece of this put into a big teapot, and it cleans my body. And also, it's very, very mild. It has a very strong color, but it has a very, it's quite bitter, quite strong, but it's very well natured. That's what I like. And that is this old tea is famous for. But this famous is actually not original like this. I have heard a person from Yunnan who made a speech about it. It's kind of a TED talk, Chinese TED talk. And she talked about the story of this black pu'er tea. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I cannot see very well because so much sunshine. Okay, this way I can see the screen. Let me try this one. Oh, wow. Oh, ooh. Oh. I love it. Wow. I am so surprised. Oh, wow. There is some fruity in it, and no bitterness. You know, when you drink tea from other places, there is this raw leaf bitterness, like cut grass, cut tree leaf, that kind of bitterness, and which is very refreshing. But this, there is a refreshness in it, but not that bitterness. That's how strange. And it feels matured. Come back to that story of this old tea. So this lady, she was from Yunnan province, and from the tea production place. And she visited the people who produce this old tea because it's expensive. It becomes a very a la mode thing. And people at the beginning from Yunnan province, they did not like this tea actually. They like this kind of what I am drinking, this kind of original green tea. It happens that there was one time, I think it's the Hong Kong handover of Hong Kong. Then there are some old teas that open up. People wanted to sell it, and they open up some old tea, this kind of old tea, Yunnan Qizi Cha, and it makes such a strong color, a very, very dark color, and a bitter and a very unique taste. And at the beginning, people had a hard time to appreciate. As they pull in water, the second steeping, third steeping, it starts to come out a very fragrant, not fragrant is not a word, a very interesting, complicated, complex flavor or fragrance or aroma or interest from that tea. So they start to appreciate, and they start to, the tea experts start to visit. Huh? Liu Liu? So they started to visit this Yunnan province this place and see if they still produce that tea. And the local people actually drink this kind of green tea, not this tea. So they found an old tea master, tea maker, after 70 years or something, and reproduced this kind of old tea. And this old tea, it's because it's famous, is a la mode. 谢谢六六，我爱你。你看到谁了吗？哥哥，你要保护。对，他现在在那里，我爱你，宝贝儿。So, this kind of tea, so they start to reproduce it, and people, because it's famous, and because of the legend, and people start to appreciate and developed the taste and developed an appreciation for this kind of old tea. And this kind of old tea sells to an unbelievable price, tens of thousands or up to million for a block of tea. Anyway, it's kind of the tulip. In the old time, the tulip inflation and orchid flower inflation, it becomes a market craziness, a market frenzy. And Yunnan started to produce this kind of tea more and more, and and it changed the landscape, the economic landscape of Yunnan. Used to be a place less developed because of the tea. It brings such a business or a prosperous economic development, and suddenly there are a lot of rich people coming up, and people become rich. Anyway, I am not criticizing anything. I am not talking too much about the price, about the craziness about that tea story. I am thinking just getting this original green tea from Yunnan. It's so unique. There is something so different from the green tea from other places. Maybe you can buy some green tea, Biluochun or from other places, and compare with this green tea from this Yunnan green tea. It's so unique. There is a teeny, tiny little bit of sweetness in it. It's unexplainable. Only when you compare to drink, can you start to appreciate it. Anyway, this is out of the camera lens. I enjoy it so much. This is oh wow. What makes tea different? One is the core of it, is the tea plant, different kind of tea plant. And I feel this is a 小叶茶. There are tea leaves large, we call it 大叶茶. There are tea leaves small. Look at this, it's relatively small. This looks like 小叶茶. And it depends on the location. And it's high in the mountain, in the misty mountain. It gets the nature into the tea leaf. you need to see Gugu. Isn't it a beautiful thing? I am so happy to see Gugu so relaxed here. Oh, Gugu. There is a story about it. Very soon I will tell you this story in another voice-over story time. You will hear about Gugu. Today we appreciate the tea and enjoy the tea. It is so good. So good. What a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. Thank you very, very much. This tea you can find on my Yiqi shop. This tea. Very unique. Bye-bye, friends. I love you. I really do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do.